I'm Nada, I'm a director at Incite. In our last video we talked about validating whether Singapore is the right market for your brand. We talked about how Singapore is part of a good Southeast Asia export strategy. The response was, okay, so how do we get into the Singapore market? What's the best distribution model for us?
Hi, my name's Cameron Gordon and I'm a director at Incite. While there are a number of available options for distribution models, the first model that is widely used for the Singapore market is your traditional distributor model, whereby you appoint an on-the-ground distributor in the market who manages the traditional distribution functions of logistics, warehousing, import clearance, etc. But what you really need to succeed in the Singapore market is a distributor who can cover those core functions, but also more importantly the functions of in-store merchandising, management and implementation of marketing and promotion programs to really drive the products off the shelf. So the major advantages of the distributor model are that you have an on-the-ground guardian for your brand and for your products in the market.
A big challenge for food and beverage exporters is having visibility over how your brand is performing in an offshore market. It's really difficult to do that when you're based in your domestic market and you're running your day-to-day operations. Very, very hard to know how your product's performing offshore unless you have someone on the ground there that's taking care of your brand and reporting back to you. If you use a distribution partner, your chances of having an overview of the performance in the market are much greater because they understand the categories, they understand the consumer behaviour, they really see that day-to-day movement in the category and are able to feed that back to you so you understand what's going on.
So our recommendation for the Singapore market is don't rush in. Good distributors, good customers in Singapore are not likely to email you through your website or cold call you. The good distributors in Singapore are the ones that are used to being pitched to, and to do that really requires that you target specific distributors based on the profile of your product. Those distributors that have perhaps a complementary product set to yours but not a conflicting one, and those that have the established channel into those markets. You're really going to want a distributor that manages all the functions of the distribution functions, as well as the promotional marketing and merchandising functions.
Singapore is a mature market and you're going to need to compete in a crowded category. So how are you going to support sales? How does your pricing fit in the overall category? These things you need to be able to talk about with your people that you're pitching your business to so that they can understand the opportunity. We'll talk about that in our next video.